The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Emma Chen stepped to the podium, her footsteps echoing through the vast, crystalline hall. Around her, representatives from 47 species watched with varying degrees of curiosity and concern. The holographic display behind her flickered to life, showing coordinates that made several delegates shift uncomfortably in their seats. "You asked why humanity refuses to join your war against the Krell Federation," Emma began, her voice steady. "You wonder why we've remained neutral despite their aggression toward Council worlds. Today I'll tell you a story, a history lesson, if you will." The Velkorian ambassador, a being of pure energy contained within a crystalline matrix, pulsed with impatience. "We know your history, human. Your species is young, barely 3 centuries into the galactic stage." "Then you don't know us at all," Emma interrupted, her brown eyes hardening. "Let me tell you about the Zathan." The name hung in the air like a curse. Several older delegates exchanged glances. Emma noticed and smiled without humor. Some of you remember. Good." She manipulated the holographic controls. 240 years ago, humanity made first contact. Not with you, the Enlightened Council. No, we met the Zathan hive. The display showed a species that made even the battle-hardened Krell look gentle by comparison. Insectoid, massive, with technology that had conquered 17 star systems. They saw Earth and decided we were livestock, Emma continued. Our colonies were harvested. Our ships were torn apart. Our people were processed for biological material. They took 23 million humans in the first year alone. Harry Morrison, Earth's military attaché, stood beside the podium, his scarred face expressionless. He'd been there. He'd survived the processing centers. "We begged the Council for help," Emma said, pulling up transmission records. "We sent 37 requests for intervention, for protection, for anything. Would you like to hear your predecessor's response?" She played the audio. The Velkorian ambassador from that era spoke with clinical detachment. The Zathan are a Council protectorate species. Their feeding habits, while distasteful, are legally protected under the Biological Imperative Clause. We suggest humanity relocate to less contested space. Relocate, Emma repeated, letting the word drip with venom. Abandon Earth, our homeworld, the planet where we took our first breath as a species. She looked around the chamber. We didn't relocate. We didn't accept our fate as cattle. We got angry. The display shifted, showing battle footage that made several delegates look away. Human ships crewed by galactic standards ramming into Zathan bioships. Human soldiers in primitive armor, fighting with a ferocity that defied logic. We didn't have your shield technology, Harry spoke for the first time, his voice rough. We didn't have quantum weapons or dimensional drives. We had rage. We had stubbornness. We had something your civilized species had forgotten. We had the capacity for absolute total warfare. The footage showed human pilots deliberately crashing damaged vessels into Zathan hive structures. It showed human engineers converting mining equipment into weapons. It showed something the Council had never seen, a species that refused to surrender even when extinction seemed certain. The war lasted 7 years, Emma said. 7 years of horror. We lost billions. We sacrificed entire colonies as traps. We fought them in space on planets in the asteroid belts. We learned their biology and created weapons specifically designed to cause them pain. Not just death, pain. We wanted them to suffer as we had suffered. The Velkorian pulsed uncomfortably. Surely this is exaggeration. The Zathan's 17 conquered systems? Emma's voice cut through like a blade. We took them all back. Not to liberate them. Most of those species were already extinct. We took them because we wanted to leave the Zathan nothing. No resources, no refuge, no mercy. Harry activated another display. The final battle was at their homeworld. We had a choice, accept their surrender or... He paused. We didn't accept their surrender. The chamber erupted in shocked chittering, clicks, and translated exclamations. Emma waited for silence before continuing. We rendered their homeworld uninhabitable. We hunted down every colony ship, every outpost, every individual Zathan we could find. It took us another 15 years after the war officially ended. But we found them all. She leaned forward, her hands gripping the podium. When humanity is pushed to true anger, not irritation, not conflict, but genuine existential rage, we don't stop at victory. We don't believe in half measures. We erase. That's genocide, the Velkorian whispered, its energy matrix flickering with horror. Yes, Emma agreed simply. It was, complete and total. The Zathan are extinct. Not a single member of their species exists anywhere in the galaxy. We made certain of that. She straightened, her diplomatic mask returning. Now you come to us asking us to join your war against the Krell. You tell us they're aggressive, that they're threatening council space, that they're dangerous. She smiled coldly. But they haven't made us angry. They haven't touched Earth or our colonies. They're your problem. Harry stepped forward. You see, the Council taught us an important lesson 240 years ago. You taught us that in this galaxy, you can only rely on yourself. That when your existence is threatened, nobody is coming to help. So we help ourselves. Emma finished. And we make sure that anyone who threatens humanity's existence learns exactly what happens when you make humans truly angry. The Zathan learned. They're gone now, all of them. She gathered her datapad and turned to leave, then paused. The Krell are smart enough to leave us alone. I suggest you either make peace with them or become strong enough to fight your own battles. Because humanity doesn't fight for causes anymore. We only fight when someone crosses our line. And where is that line? The Velkorian asked quietly. Emma looked back, her expression unreadable. The Zathan crossed it. They're the last species that found out where it was. I genuinely hope for everyone's sake that they remain the last. As Emma and Harry left the chamber, the council delegates sat in stunned silence. In the database, the entry for the Zathan species read simply, Extinct, Human Retaliation Event. It was the only species in galactic history with that designation, and it would serve as a reminder. Humanity didn't conquer for glory or expand for resources. But when pushed past a certain point, when truly made angry, they became something even the oldest species in the galaxy feared. They became absolutely, terrifyingly thorough.